Today we're going to talk about Bitcoin. Let's go. All right, so looking at the monthly chart, we can see that Bitcoin is currently not holding the support zone at 43K. So we can see the body of this particular candle is through 43K. So in order for us to become bullish, this candle must hold above 43K at the end of the month of April. Okay, now let's look at the weekly chart. So from the weekly chart, we can see that we did not hold this 50-day EMA. So we did break through it, but we don't have a close on the weekly chart yet. Okay, so that's something to be worried about. Now let's pull out the MACD. From the MACD on the weekly chart, we can see that we had a cross, but it looks like the blue line may be slowing down and coming back down over the orange. So that's something to watch out for this week. Now it's time for the indicators. So the indicator I'm going to use today is the Gaussian channel. And we're going to look at the Gaussian channel on the 3-day chart. Okay, so on the 3-day chart, we can see that this Gaussian channel, when Bitcoin entered back into this red zone, we tried to break it, but we hit this median line. And I talked about this median line here in one of my past videos. Okay, so this is another thing we need to look out for. So usually we touch this line, but we didn't break it. So it shows that these particular long lines from the wick shows that that's selling pressure at this particular line. Okay, so the price of Bitcoin in the short term could still drop until May or during the month of May, because we have a death cross in May. And what's the death cross? The death cross is when we have the 50-day moving average cross with the 200-day moving average. Now let's look at the daily. From the daily, we can see that, hey, we have entered the Gaussian channel from the daily. And in the past, when we enter the Gaussian channel from the daily, we usually have a drop. Okay, so looking at the past and looking at now, we could still come up and touch this 200-day EMA from the daily chart, but this can still be resistance. So that's something to look out for. I'm still bearish. We're still documenting this journey. So let's look at my analysis for the week. So looking at my indicators here, let's look at the weekly chart. We can see that the stochastic RSI could be running out of momentum here. So let's look in the past, what happened when it's at this range. So price could still go up here for maybe 2 weeks, and then we could have another crash coming. So we can see that stochastic is at its peak, not peak, but doesn't look like it's going to come back up to this 90 range at all. Looks like we're going to meet with this orange line, and the RSI looks like it's going to go down. MFI struggling. Let's look to the daily. Yeah, so we could see price come up a little bit, but I don't anticipate us breaking at these 48K. I could be wrong, but maybe some bullish news may come up this week and we break 48K. And if we do break 48K, we need to hold 48K, and then I'll become bullish. All right, I'm Bodie J from Rare Crypto. Leg it.
Financial freedom, Rare Crypto.